What's up guys? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about my top 5 cities to live in the East Bay if you are looking to move outside of San Francisco, or if you're thinking about buying in San Francisco but you're not sure if you want to. So let's jump in and check it out. What's up guys? I am Adam Dobrinich. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Second, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because every single week I am bringing you a new video, giving you everything that you need to know about moving to or living in the East Bay here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Also, I am a licensed real estate agent, and as much as I love making these videos for you, I would love even more to be able to help you with your real estate needs. So with that being said, the number that keeps popping up below, I do answer all of my own phone calls, emails, text messages. So if I can be a resource for you, or if there's anything that I can do for you, please do not hesitate to reach out. All right, so let's jump into my top 5 favorite cities in the East Bay. Like I said, this is going to be a great video for you if you are thinking about moving out of San Francisco into the East Bay, or if you are thinking about purchasing in San Francisco but don't really know if that's where you want to be living and you've got the East Bay on your radar. I'm going to be giving you my favorite cities out here. So let's jump in and check it out. All right, so let's jump into my first city on the list, which is Alameda. Now, Alameda is an island here in the East Bay. It is located in Alameda County. Super cool town. Alameda's got a lot to offer. It's one of those cities that actually flies a little bit under the radar, but the people that know it, the people that live there, know that it is a fantastic city. It's very family friendly, dog friendly. You're right on the water. It's a little bit warmer than San Francisco, given that you're across the bay. You'll also find lots of great restaurants, lots of great bars. It's just a great community to be for your commute when there's no traffic and you're trying to get into San Francisco. You're looking at about maybe 20 minutes. Of course, if there is traffic, you might be looking more like 45 to an hour, but it is fairly convenient from a location perspective if you need to get into San Francisco. And then of course you have easy access to all of the other great spots here in the East Bay. Now, one of the things, if you don't want to deal with the commute, is you can certainly take the BART train, but one of the great things about Alameda is it also has a ferry that goes directly into the city. So if you're commuting into San Francisco on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, you can jump on the ferry and be in San Francisco in about 20 minutes. Alameda's also got some great options for housing, lots of cool craftsman style homes. So the price point for housing in Alameda County is not a total budget breaker, and so it's really made a great option for people that are looking to get out of the city. So I have Alameda on my list as one of my top 5 favorite cities in the East Bay. Number 2, I'm actually going to put 2 cities together here. We're going to talk about Oakland and Berkeley. Okay, so I put Oakland and Berkeley together for a few reasons. One, they're in such close proximity to each other, and they have so many similarities from a culture perspective, from a lifestyle perspective. So it'll really be tough to go wrong if you're looking in Oakland or Berkeley. It'll just depend a little bit on your vibes. So Oakland and Berkeley are both about a 20 to 30 minute drive into San Francisco, depending upon where you live in those cities. If you are commuting during the commute hours, it could run you up to an hour to get into San Francisco. Now, a lot of people in Berkeley and Oakland will take BART into San Francisco or BART to the other parts of the Bay Area, because there are so many BART stations and the BART system is just so easily accessible within Oakland and Berkeley. Oakland and Berkeley also have tons of great restaurants, great bars, very cool vibe. Oakland will give you a little bit of a grittier, more urban vibe than you will get in Berkeley, but they are both really well known for having great culture, great diversity. Like I said, tons of fantastic food. There's just tons of great options depending upon what your lifestyle. Oakland and Berkeley will have something for you. Now, when it comes to housing, Oakland's going to have more of a variety of options compared to Berkeley. So you can find entry-level properties in Oakland at a much lower price point, going all the way up into the multi-millions up in the Oakland Hills. So Berkeley's price point will be a bit higher than Alameda, Alameda and will certainly be similar to the range in some of the higher price points in Oakland, like the Oakland Hills or Rock Ridge, some of those areas. And from an architectural perspective, there are definitely a lot of craftsmen. There are some other styles as well, but I think that you'll find that craftsmen tend to be kind of a predominant look or predominant architectural type that you'll find in Oakland and Berkeley. Now, the weather in Oakland and Berkeley are going to be warmer than San Francisco. Nice kind of moderate temperatures I think you'll find in this part of the East Bay. So if that's what you're looking for, something that's a little bit warmer, a little less windy than San Francisco, Oakland and Berkeley could be a good spot for you. All right, jumping into my number 3 city on the list, we are going to move a little bit further east. We're going to get through the Caldecott Tunnel and into Contra Costa County, and we're going to talk about the city of Lafayette. Now, Lafayette's got a lot to offer. It'll be less gritty, a little less urban than, let's say, Oakland or Berkeley, but Lafayette has a lot to offer for that suburban lifestyle. So first, the price point of properties in Lafayette are quite a bit higher. The properties tend to be larger. You get larger lot sizes in Lafayette. So if that's something that you're looking for, a big backyard, something with a bit more land, property sizes are a bit bigger. You'll definitely find that in Lafayette. There are some other neighborhoods that have a little bit smaller homes. Lot sizes are still pretty good, that are a little bit more of a lower price point compared to what you would normally find in Lafayette, but that can certainly be an option for you. The weather in Lafayette is much warmer than what you're going to find in Oakland and Berkeley. Because you're on the other side of the Berkeley Hills, the temperatures on this side of the Caldecott Tunnel tend to run a little bit warmer during the summer, tend to run a little bit colder during the winter, so you get a little bit more seasonality here. One of the things that Lafayette is absolutely known for are having fantastic schools. So if schools are a high priority to you, definitely check out Lafayette. Do some due diligence, look on greatschools.org. You'll find that the schools in Lafayette are consistently rated very high and some of the best in the entire state of California. Lafayette is also great if you're into outdoor activities. You have the Briones Regional Park, you have the Lafayette Reservoir. It's very common, part of the lifestyle in Lafayette, to get outdoors, to hike up in the hills, to hike on the trails. It's a very family-friendly area as well in Lafayette. And so again, if this is the vibe that you're looking for, definitely check out Lafayette. There's a lot to offer here. Now, my 4th city is neighboring Lafayette, which is the city of Pleasant Hill. Pleasant Hill is a fantastic community. In fact, they're known for being a very tight-knit community. The price point for homes is a bit less than Lafayette, which also makes it very attractive from a budget perspective when you're looking at housing. What you're going to find in Pleasant Hill is a lot of ranch style homes on larger lots. So like Lafayette, if you're looking for a nice backyard, something with a little bit more land, also a great neighborhood community, great neighborhood feels, definitely check out Pleasant Hill. The weather in Pleasant Hill is going to be very similar to Lafayette, hotter in the summer, cooler in the winter compared to areas like Alameda County, where you have Oakland and Berkeley. In Alameda, you will find more of the 4 seasons here in this part of Contra Costa County. Now, the schools in Pleasant Hill kind of have a varying range, so you definitely, again, want to do some due diligence on that. Go to greatschools.org, lots of great rankings there. Go to niche.com is another resource that you can check out. But the schools are not ranked quite as high as Lafayette's, but there are some good schools for you to check out. So again, give that a look as well. Now, both Pleasant Hill and Lafayette are also great for commuting. You're right on Highway 24. So if you're looking to drive into one of the major employment hubs like Oakland or Berkeley, you can do so fairly easily. So without traffic, getting into Oakland should take you about 15 or 20 minutes, depending upon which part of Oakland you're trying to get to. That's without traffic. And then if you're trying to get into San Francisco, you're probably looking at about 40-45 minutes without traffic. If you are commuting during the commute hours where there tends to be more traffic, getting from Lafayette or Pleasant Hill into Oakland will probably take you closer to 30 to 40 minutes, and then into San Francisco anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half, depending upon how bad the traffic is that day. The nice part about this area, though, is that there are also BART stations that will funnel you into Oakland or San Francisco, which is also a very common way of commuting for people that live in this area. It's also why it's such a desirable area from a commuting perspective. So Pleasant Hill has its own BART station, Lafayette has its own BART station. So again, having easy access to those trains to get you to where you need to go, you'll certainly have that in this part of the Bay Area. Now, my number 5 city on the list, I'm actually going to go a different direction here in the East Bay, which is where Highway 680 and Highway 580 meet. and we're going to talk about Dublin, California. So Dublin is a great community. It is part of Alameda County, but borders Contra Costa County where it meets San Ramon. And Dublin has a lot to offer. So starting with the housing, there's been a lot of development of newer properties in Dublin over the last 15 plus years. So you really have something for everybody here in Dublin, where you can get townhomes if that's what you're looking for, entry level single family homes, and then much larger single family homes if you have a growing family. So the way that these new communities were designed was to make sure that everybody has an option for them depending upon your lifestyle and what you're looking for. The price point in Dublin is definitely a little bit on the higher end. It used to not be this way quite as much, but because Dublin is such a desirable community, because it has grown so much and is such a highly sought after area, we have seen the prices in Dublin go up quite a bit over the years, and so that's something to keep a lookout on. Now, one of the reasons driving this desirability are the schools. Dublin has fantastic schools. They're very highly rated. Now, along with these great schools, you're going to find that Dublin has a BART station. So again, from a commuting perspective, it makes it fairly easy to get into Oakland or San Francisco. The ride into Oakland is probably about 20 or 30 minutes on BART. Getting out to San Francisco is probably a bit closer to an hour. If you are commuting by car, you're probably looking roughly at about 45 minutes into Oakland, depending upon traffic, and certainly an hour plus into San Francisco. But again, you have either one of those options from a commuting perspective and are easily accessible to both freeways and the BART station if you are looking or thinking about Dublin as an option. Now, the weather in Dublin is very similar to what you're going to find in Pleasant Hill and Lafayette. It's a bit warmer in the summer, a bit cooler in the winter. So again, more of that seasonality when it comes to weather. So if that's something that you're looking for, Dublin will have that for you as well. Dublin is very family friendly. There's lots to do, and you are also in very close proximity to a lot of neighboring towns like San Ramon, Pleasanton, Livermore, where you will have additional activities, additional access to outdoor spaces to get outside, which will also give you additional easy accessibility to things like the Livermore wineries. Downtown Pleasanton has got some really cool areas. And then of course, San Ramon with its new city center, along with all of the outdoor spaces that these neighboring cities provide. It makes Dublin a great location for accessibility to many other things in the Bay Area. All right, so these are my top 5 favorite cities in the East Bay, places to have on your radar if you are thinking about moving out of San Francisco, or if you're even thinking about purchasing in San Francisco but not really sure if you still want to be in the city, or if you're looking for a great option outside of the city and the East Bay is on your radar. If I can answer any additional questions about these 5 cities or some of the neighboring communities that I didn't list in this video, please do not hesitate to reach out. Like I said, I'm happy to be a resource for you in any way that I can. I'd love to help you with all of your real estate needs. Again, my phone number is below. Please do not hesitate to call me, email me, text me. I'm available to you. With that being said, have a great week. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.